the Sacramento Condors, taking on the Oklahoma City Lancers.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we polish off Week 10 with a good Monday night matchup between the Oklahoma City Lancers and the Sacramento Condors. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Sacramento team as we enter play here. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And last week's win was indicative.
The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll try the left side. Buckley. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now back to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Now a handoff up the middle. Buckley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Buckley, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 66 yards.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak, and that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
Not the warmest starts throwing the football. He was 1 for 3, now 1 for 4 on the opening drive.
So getting him comfortable is the key. And for him, it might be different than what we think is comfortable. We're probably thinking swing passes, easy checkdowns. Some guys, they're better off throwing it downfield. That's what really loosens them up.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. They'll look to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the 1st.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll run on first down. Buckley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll keep it on the ground. Buckley.
And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Brooks. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Phillips.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10, as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Brooks. Back to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to, but a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well.
Probably especially angry because if it was incomplete, would have been 4th down.
Exactly.
On first down, Buckley. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
His 7th rushing touchdown, 11th overall. And the Condors are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. He'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. Fourth down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be fourth and short.
So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Here's Sacramento's offense once more. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme. Get a little bit more.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Johnston. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
That flag accepted, and it backs you a bit.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. They'll look to throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Johnston. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Well, they bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
2nd and 3. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brooks.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Phillips. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lancers have got it back to within. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? and off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. A drive there of just 4 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. On second down now, Buckley. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The offense on third down tonight can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Buckley. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Back to throw now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Buckley, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Brooks.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. They'll set up a throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was the visiting Jaguars who were able to come away with the road victory. Jonathan Taylor, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. From there, we slide over to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they were winners in their ball game as they were able to handle the visiting New York Jets. Nick Chubb, 79 yards rushing there. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the 2nd half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Johnston. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Going old reliable there to the slot on third down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? You got to try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the fourth time tonight. Dancing away at the 30.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And they will take over first and 10.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. So good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On play action, they'll throw out to his left. Now a leaping catch, he's got it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Buckley.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. Buckley, he'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
It's second and 7 from the 9.
Up the middle they go. Wakefield. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Brooks. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. They'll run on first down. Buckley. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there.
His 7th rushing touchdown on the year.
And they are able to add on to their advantage. Circle that drive
because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point forthcoming. It's good, and it's 21-10. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. And this is incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. That's Johnston.
John Harbaugh never shy about bringing out the red challenge flag, and he'll do so here. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
second and goal from the 6 this time. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 6 yards away.
And the Lancers have cut it back within a score.
And that score there makes this a much more manageable deficit.
Agreed, because before that touchdown, this looked like this was about over. Instead, they've got hope. They're back in the game. They feel better about themselves, and now they have a chance to make some more plays.
Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2.
They'll try and run it here. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man complete. It's Phillips. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter, just a 3-point game, 2nd and 10.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now a handoff up the middle. Buckley. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
56 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
On 2nd down, Buckley.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Condors are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. And that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And 3rd and 8 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Here's Sacramento's offense once more. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The throw right sideline here is complete. And he goes out right around the 39. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Right back to him on first down.
And he'll be pretty well stopped at his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brooks. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. Now a throw here to his running back. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Wakefield. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Second and 5. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. This is Reese on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Wide open receiver complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now back to throw. He finds his man. Complete. That's Reese.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
2nd down and 4. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
60 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Touchdown! From 3 yards out.
And the Lancers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback. Here's Sacramento's offense once more. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Now a handoff up the middle. Wakefield. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll keep it on the ground. Wakefield. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. And they take a knee. On 2nd down now, Wakefield. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting into midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for Sacramento, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year.
And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.
That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.